For decades, open world games have kind of felt like these massive movie sets. They're beautiful, they're detailed, but deep down, they're fake. The people on the streets, they were just extras walking on invisible paths. But with Grand Theft Auto 6, that is all about to change. Rockstar Games isn't just building a bigger map, they are building a new reality. And tonight, we're going to pull back that curtain and see exactly how they're doing it.
So, what if the world inside the game could actually think, and remember, and evolve all on its own? This isn't science fiction anymore. We're talking about years of quiet development and a whole series of groundbreaking patents that are about to cause a monumental shift in what we expect from video games.
At the very heart of this revolution is a single, incredibly audacious goal: to replace all those old, scripted background characters with something totally new. We are talking about dynamic, digital citizens powered by artificial intelligence, creating a world that doesn't just react to you, but actually lives and breathes completely independently of you. To really get how radical this is, we first have to talk about what's being left behind. Because, well, the age of the predictable robotic NPC is officially over.
In pretty much every game you've ever played, characters follow simple, predetermined paths, right? If a car blocked their way, they just stop. They didn't understand the world around them at all. But now I want you to imagine a city where every single person adapts. They don't just follow a path, they navigate a living, chaotic environment. And that is the difference between a script and genuine intelligence.
So how in the world are they pulling this off? Well, Rockstar has patented a series of interconnected AI systems. You can think of them as the building blocks for these new digital citizens, and they govern everything from how they think and make decisions to the very way they move.
The absolute core of their intelligence is something called the two-level AI brain. Now, this isn't just one program telling an NPC where to go. It's this incredibly sophisticated, dual-layered system for navigation and decision-making that actually mimics how we process the world.
Think of it like this. The global level, that's your GPS. It's planning the most efficient route across the entire city, taking into account traffic jams, accidents, maybe even the weather. But the local level, that's you, the human driver, reacting in real time to a car that suddenly cuts you off, or a pedestrian stepping into the road. One plans, the other improvises.
Okay, so these digital people can think, but how do they move? This is where another incredible patent comes into play: modular motion synthesis. For years, games have relied on pre-made animations. A single walk cycle, a run cycle. GTA 6 just throws that entire concept right out the window.
Instead of having one big pre-built animation, the AI has thousands of tiny motion fragments, like Lego blocks. It then assembles these in real time to create completely unique, fluid movements based on the situation. So a tired worker who's carrying groceries in the rain is going to move totally differently than a tourist on a sunny day. It's all procedural, not pre-recorded. And this new level of realism isn't just about how people move, but how the world physically interacts with them. Rockstar has also patented a system for simulating fluids, and what this means is that rain, sweat, and blood are no longer just visual effects, they are physically simulated systems that actually have to obey the laws of physics.
The technical genius here is how they do this without absolutely melting your console. The game creates a temporary, invisible 2D physics layer over a 3D object, calculates how droplets would realistically slide, merge, and evaporate on that flat surface, and then it projects that behavior back onto the character model. And the result? You get sweat that beads and drips in the Vice City heat, and rain that actually realistically soaks into clothing.
Okay, so we've got digital people who can think, move, and physically interact with their world. But this next part, this is where GTA 6 really transitions from just a game into a true simulation. The city will have a memory.
And that means your actions are going to have lasting consequences. NPCs will remember you. If you rob a store, the clerk might actually recognize you weeks later and hit the panic button the second you walk in the door. If you get into a fight, that person might avoid you on the street, or even try to get revenge down the line. It's no longer a world that just resets every time you look away. Your reputation precedes you.
Now, this whole concept of memory completely overhauls one of the most iconic systems in the entire series: the police. Gone are the days of the psychic cops from GTA 5 who just instantly knew your location the moment a star appeared. The new system is built on something much more terrifying: realism. See, it all depends on witnesses now. If someone sees you commit a crime, their description of you and your vehicle is what determines how accurately the police can track you down.
So that red jacket you're wearing, that might be the one little detail that gets you caught. This means changing your clothes or swapping your car are no longer just cosmetic choices, they're crucial escape strategies. And for the first time ever, getting lost in a crowd might actually work.
And in a perfect piece of classic Rockstar satire, NPCs won't just call the cops, they'll pull out their phones, they'll record your chaotic actions, upload them to the in-game version of TikTok, and that footage can go viral inside the simulation. Your reputation or your infamy will spread across the city, changing how everyone, from cops to criminals, reacts to you.
This intelligence isn't just limited to the people either. The very fabric of the city itself is getting a massive upgrade. It's creating a world that's not only bigger, but exponentially denser and more interactive than anything we have ever seen before.
A huge limitation in past open worlds was that most buildings were just decorative boxes, right? Well, Rockstar is solving this with a patent for procedural interiors. The AI can now automatically generate unique indoor spaces, apartments, offices, motels, using a library of modular parts. This means we could be looking at a world where nearly every single door is actually open to you.
So let's just take a step back for a second and look at the big picture. When you combine all of these individual, groundbreaking systems, you start to see Rockstar's true, breathtaking ambition. You have NPCs that navigate intelligently, that move with unique, real-time animations, and are affected by realistic physics. They remember your actions, creating long-term social consequences. The law enforcement is witness-based, and the world itself is dense with explorable, procedurally generated interiors. I mean, each system is impressive on its own, but together, they create a truly living world. This right here is the ultimate takeaway. This isn't just an iteration or a sequel. It is an attempt to build a genuine, living simulation, a virtual world that thinks, breathes, and evolves with or without the player. The line between a scripted game and emergent reality has never been so thin. As artificial intelligence continues to reshape our own world, GTA 6 starts to feel like more than just entertainment. It feels like a prophecy, a glimpse into a future where the digital lives we create start to look astonishingly similar to our own.